Okay, following on from Mrs. Casey Hayford's part 7, I'll read the next chapter to you, but I'll read the last paragraph first. Breath flutters into my chest, and I feel it in an entirely new and different way. There's cool air rushing into real live lungs. But that's not possible, is it? Growing. I stare at the old Yaga in shock. What are you saying? I whisper, electricity rushing over my skin. Well, I don't know for sure. The old Yaga leans back against the porch steps. But I think your house might have worked a bit of Yaga magic. The house puffs itself up behind me. I don't understand. The back of my neck tingles. I don't want to jump to conclusions or raise my hopes just to have them smashed to pieces. Yaga houses give the dead energy so they can seem alive. I nod slowly. So maybe your house has given you energy to actually be alive, for real. Is that even possible? I ask, hardly daring to believe it. I don't see why not. I thought about this a lot on the way here, and I can't think of another reason you would fall into the Black Ocean. Perhaps your house made you alive before you went through the gate in an effort to stop you returning to the stars. Or maybe your house simply decided the best way to make you happy was to make you alive. The old Yaga glances from her house to mine. Yaga houses are clever and loyal. If they know what their Yaga wants, they'll do everything they can to give it to them. Like my house grew me a laboratory and walked me all the way here. She gazes at her house affectionately, then turns back to me. I think your house made you alive because it wants you to be happy. Is this true? I ask the nearest window, more aware than ever before of the blood rushing through my veins. Am I alive? The house nods and shrugs at the same time, like it's not quite sure whether its efforts to make me alive have worked. How can I find out for certain? I look from the house to the old Yaga. Perhaps in the morning you can walk to the town by the lake to see if you fade, the old Yaga suggests with a smile. I can't wait till morning. I shake my head, buzzing with excitement. I'll never be able to sleep. Of course you will. The old Yaga ushers me into my house. You've had a busy time lately, and you've a busy day ahead tomorrow. You need your sleep, especially if you're alive. I get ready for bed, experiencing every sensation as if it were for the first time. The water splashing onto my skin when I wash my face, the fresh scent of the pine soap, the warmth radiating from my body and becoming trapped under my blankets, the softness of Jack's feathers as I kiss him goodnight, and the whisper of nighttime breezes through the grassy field. I don't know if I'm imagining how different everything seems, or if it's because I really am alive. As I'm falling asleep, a dark thought creeps into my mind. If I'm alive, what does that mean for me and the house? Will it leave me now? A Yaga house needs a guardian to guide the dead, not a living girl who wants a life with the living. I frown and a tight pain squeezes my chest. I've lived in a Yaga house all my life, with a Yaga grandmother, which makes me a Yaga too. I don't want to lose the house to be with the living, because I'm not quite like them, and because I need my house. My thoughts seep into my dreams, and they end up being filled with uncomfortable visions of living in a house that can't grow you mossy thoughts, or play hide and seek with you, or chase you till you're breathless, or hug you on its porch. I'm woken by voices, but my head is so foggy, it takes me a moment to recognise who they belong to. The old Yaga, Benjamin, and his father. They're all outside talking and laughing like old friends. I wander out to join them, rubbing the sleep from my eyes. Good morning, Marinka. The old Yaga passes me a mug of tea. You're just in time. It should still be warm. Thank you. I sit on the porch steps and smile a greeting to Benjamin and his father. So you've met Tatiana? I only just remember not to call her the old Yaga or Yaga Tatiana. Yes, Benjamin's father nods. Tatiana says she's an old friend of your grandmother's. I'm so pleased she's here to keep an eye on you. I must admit I was worried when you said you were living alone. That's why we came over when you didn't show up for breakfast this morning. I looked up at the sky and realised it's nearly the middle of the day. Sorry, I must have overslept. Doesn't matter, Benjamin smiles. Do you fancy coming into town? There's a music festival by the lake. We could walk there together. my muscles tense, filling with nervous excitement. I glance at the old Yaga and she beams back at me. I'll make you some kasha while you get ready, she offers. Then you could meet Benjamin at his house. When I'm ready to go, I stand on the last step of the porch, palms sweating, legs like lead. You'll be fine. The old Yaga nudges me onto the grass. What if I fade? My heart dips at the thought. Tell Benjamin you don't feel well and come home. I take a deep breath, turn to wave at my house. But it's the old Yaga's house that catches my eye. The damage looks even worse than last night. Her whole house seems to be falling apart and sinking into the ground. Is your house going to be all right? I ask, my forehead crumbling. The old Yaga's eyes get damp and shiny. She opens her mouth, but no words come out. Before I know what I'm doing, I wrap my arms around her and squeeze. She squeezes back, a small laugh escaping from her throat. Go on, she says. I'm just being silly. You go and have some fun. She squeezes me once more and gently pushes me away and walks back to her house. I'll spend some time with my house and see you when you get back. She raises her hand and disappears through her front door.